You're not making sales because your photos are rubbish. And no one tells you that. People blame the algorithm, they blame the brand, they blame the price. But if your photos are rubbish, you can't see the item properly, then you're not going to make the sale. No one even clicks your listing. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I'm photographing an item. I'll show you how to take the measurements, how to take photos of the tags, which details are important to get you those sales, to get you those clicks. And if you want the full system I use, in the description below, there is a link to the first chapter of my audiobook. Let's get to it. When I first started reselling, I thought I knew everything. And sometimes I'm still a little bit guilty of that. I was picking up good brands regularly. I was listing them consistently. I was doing what I thought was absolutely right. But still, items just sat there. They wouldn't shift. I couldn't sell them. So I started looking into my business and trying to figure out why the items were still sat there. I had a look at other people's items. And one thing that I noticed was that their pictures were better. They were more well lit. They had the measurements in every photo. They had the tags so they could check for authenticity. So it wasn't that I had rubbish stock. It was the way I was presenting them. I was presenting them badly. This is it. Tape measures, my phone for photographs. I have one softbox at the minute. I have the ironing board to make the items look nice and crisp. I have the washing machine beforehand to wash the items. There's no studio here. There's no expensive camera. Just a nice flat space to take my photographs and make my measurements. Anybody can do this. You've just got to start. That's all you need. If you're overcomplicating this, you're just wasting time. Just get to it. Photographs, they have to be well lit and look tidy. It needs to be fast and it needs to be repeatable. Okay, let's get to it. So the first thing that we'll photograph is this nice Fred Perry polo, perfect for summer, size XL. So all I do is lay it nice and flat on the table. Make sure the collar looks nice. First photograph is just of the item. Second photograph of the neck tag. Third photograph of the laurel wreath. Then we go for the inside tags. You want to try and make sure you get the composition, the material composition, and where the item was made. It's important for international sales, specifically to the US. Then we turn it over, grab our tape measure, we grab the pit to pit, it's 23 pit to pit, and the second tape measure measures the length. Now, if you have any flaws on an item, you need to make sure you're photographing them. Pit to pit, and the length. Once you've done that, you fold it up. That's awful folding, but it'll do. So once you've done that, you grab a clear plastic bag, pop it in the clear plastic bag, do it up. This item's number 238, and Bob's your uncle. Now it's ready to list. Here's why stuff isn't selling. Dark photos, messy background, no measurements, no tag photos, the size. You've got to have the size in your listing. Flaws, trying to make it nice instead of making it look clear. Why are people wrinkling the item so you can't actually see the full item? The buyer can't actually see the full item. It's ridiculous. That's what kills your listings. I'm not spending 10 minutes per item trying to make it look perfect. I can photograph an item in probably a minute. You've got to batch your items. When you're doing 15 to 30 a day, you need to be super quick, repeatable, bang, 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 bang. Get all your stuff photographed, then do all your listings in a batch as well. It'll save you time, I promise. Consistency beats perfection every time. Good photos get clicks, measurements get sales. If you do this every time, you will sell a ton of items. Simple. If you want the full system that I use, I have linked the first chapter of my audiobook below. It details all of my mistakes so you don't have to make those mistakes. Give it a go. Peace out.